I first caught up with Matt's Walk and Talk challenge when Matt joined me in the studio for my evening show on BBC Radio Suffolk on the 11th of January.
Good afternoon. Yes, your Walk and Talk challenge is well underway. Tell us how it all came about.
Well, it was a conversation that I had with my girlfriend Kelly, who's sat beside me here today. I'm trying to get a bit fitter. I've had some really serious health issues, and over the last 4 years, it's been a bit of a struggle. And Kelly and I, we were having a chat over. I was 3/4 of the way through a case of Ghost Ship, and you were 3 bottles of wine in, weren't you? And we thought, I don't know, I feel it's time to get a little bit fitter for this tour. We're on tour next month now. It's only 2 weeks away, and we're on a national tour with Richard Digent, and I want to enjoy it, and I wanted to get fit. So we had this conversation, and out of it came this idea of me going for a walk every day, and meeting new people, spreading my positive word, and going all around this wonderful county of ours. And so from the 1st of January, we've been walking and talking.
As well as learning more about one another, the event would be held in support of the charity dearest to Matt's heart, the Brain Tumour Charity. Matt was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumour in 2012, and Kelly had lost a close family member 2 years earlier. Matt described how, in hoping to raise about £1,000, the collection had already reached £1,500 just 3 days into the new year, and £2,500 by the day of the interview. He wondered where it was all going to end. Having already witnessed camaraderie among the walkers, he was overwhelmed by their generosity and support. On that particular evening, he planned to walk along the prom at Felixstowe on what was one of the coldest nights of the winter. The idea was to give anyone who might have otherwise had to go to work the opportunity to join in. That particular walk went from Manning's Amusements to Cobbold Point and back, being completed by 44 walkers.
Footballs, frisbees, cricket bats, t-shirts, flip-flops, baseball caps, dew-soaked grass in the early morning, barbecues under the awning. Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we nearly there? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we nearly there? We were on Ingleborough Fields. We were on Ingleborough Fields. Crabbing, swimming, making camps, arcades under neon lamps. Friends are made but say goodbye. A week's not long as time goes by. Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we nearly there? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we nearly there? We were on Ingleborough Fields. We were on Ingleborough Fields. A place for us when we were young. A place for us when school was done. Children laughing, playing, having fun. A place for us when we were young. A place for us when school was done. Norfolk Coast, 1981. Chasing game, Tears and hugs, contacts exchanged, waves obscured by the caravan, we're sadly homeward bound. Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we nearly there? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we there yet? Daddy, are we nearly there? We were on Ingleborough Fields. We were on Ingleborough Fields. We were on Ingleborough Fields. We were on Ingleborough Venice, Verona, Berlin, Prague or Rome, New York or Sydney, sure don't taste like home. But give me a bar stool, give me an open fire, give me a good friend and time to talk a while. There is a path, there is a road that takes me back to where I want to go. A village green, a little lane, a place I go where everyone knows my name.
During this time, around 800 people joined in the walks, and although averaging nearly 29 on each, the numbers range from just 3 at Alton Water to 117 at Charsfield. 140 miles were covered in total. As well as the brain tumour charity collection increasing beyond Matt's wildest dreams, the number of miles travelled were mounting up too. In all, Matt would walk over 150 miles, and on the eve of the Glemham gathering, nearly 3,250 miles had been covered by the walkers collectively. On Sunday the 29th of January, my Sunday morning show on BBC Radio Suffolk carried coverage of the Glemham Hall walk, and Matt was interviewed live on air, and both he and Kelly interviewed for BBC Look East, which covered the event both that evening and on the following day. An astonishing 540 walkers took part in the 3.5-mile walk through the Glemham Hall estate, Matt's home in his formative years and where his grandfather Jack was head gamekeeper. The walkers' collective mileage, taking the Glemham miles into account, now amounted to a journey 100 miles beyond Beijing.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, hello, is everybody out there? Hello? Flippin' heck, where are you? Have you got anything better to do on a Sunday? Thank you so much, this is just overwhelming. I'm going to probably burst into tears many times this morning. The Walk and Talk Challenge is something that Kelly and I created back in November, thinking that we might just get a few people joining us for a walk every day in January for a little bit of fitness, a bit of fellowship, friendship, a little group that we could get together, have a cup of tea in a very small tea room and have a chat about what we've done. And it seems to have gone a little bit mental. We are on live on the web at the moment, so say hello. If you don't just turn around there, David, would everyone like to just wave and say hello to the world? We've got about 500 people here, Kelly.
I was going to say there's nobody watching the Facebook video because you're all here. It's great.
It's so nice to have all our Facebook friends here today. So I'll tell you a little bit about what today is all about and what we've been up to. A month of walks Day number 29, starting in Woodbridge back on the 1st of January. We ventured out, about 15, 20 people, finished with a cup of tea at the end. And that day we thought we might get £1,000 in charity money for the brain tumour charity. It was soon apparent that 3 days in we'd struck on something pretty special when we were already up to £1,500 in 3 days. By the middle of the month, we were up to 5,000. The targets were being smashed daily. 6,000, 7,000, and at count last night, we were up to £11,000. Kelly and I have both been touched by the terrible illness of brain tumours. Kelly lost a very close family member back in 2010. And a lot of you know about my own story. I got diagnosed 4 years ago with a non-curable brain tumour. Brain tumours, they're the biggest killer of the biggest cancer killer of people under 40 years old, and very little funding is available to people with that condition, and it's I don't understand that one little bit really. But your help and your kindness, your friendship has been overwhelming over the last few weeks, and I think what we've started here is something very, very special. Community life seems to have disappeared very much over the last few years, where we're in an age where we don't know our next door neighbours. We lost our village shops and our pubs, and to get a coming together like this is something that I want you all to take away with you today and embrace for the future, because I've met some very, very special and wonderful people over the last few weeks, and I think that we've got something here that's going to just run and run and run. Kelly?
Oh, thanks. I'm looking at a sea of faces here today. Just amazing people that we've met on the way, many also that have been touched by brain tumours. I'm looking at some of you now and trying not to well up. I think that's probably why Matt handed me the microphone. It's just been such an emotional time. As you know, Matt had his scan a couple of days ago as well, and very poignantly we get the results of that scan on the very last day of the walk. I know Tuesday is obviously a weekday and a work day for most of you, but if you can make the last one, it's just going to be a sort of token little 3 mile, just a little 3 mile, we can say that now, just a little 3 mile walk around Woodbridge and down by the Devon, a quick cup of tea at Kingston Fields, a few more tears, no doubt, so we'd love to see you there as well, maybe not quite as many today, maybe the t-shirt at Kingston Fields couldn't cope with it, but anyway, you alright now?
Yeah, okay. I'm back.
Yes, back. But thank you all so much. As Matt said, this charity means a lot to both of us. There's somebody very close to me at a very, very young age, and so that's why we're so passionate about doing this. And thank you for sharing the passion for what we're doing today. You're all fantastic and all part of this. Thank you.
Okay, the plan of the day is this. Very shortly we're going to filter out of the door there in the corner and go back through the car park, and we're going to go on a 3 mile walk around the estate, and there'll be a good opportunity for photographs and what have you on route. Please document it and post them out. It's all going to help greatly for the charity if you do so. A 3 mile walk, and then we're going to arrive back here. Now, once we get back here, they are a little bit conscious of the carpet in here. They've got everyone's looking down now. Yeah. Yes, it's a carpet. Please, if you've got shoes in the car, please put them on when you come back. If you have got a change of footwear, if not, please on the way back across the grass, knock your mud off your boots a little bit if you can, just to help the carpet a little bit. They have been very, very kind to have us here today, and we'll be doing our proper thank yous to everybody at the end. Once we get back here, teas and coffees will be served, hot chocolate, and the food. Thank you for everybody who's brought some food with you today. I want everybody to have a good plate full of grub today, and then we're going to do our thank yous. We've got my dad, Stephen, who's going to be telling you a bit about the estate and growing up, as we all did, on this wonderful estate. And then there's a local band called the Broadside Boys performing. Who are selling CDs as well, by the way. I'm very selfish. That's the only reason I got you here. I wanted you to buy the CD. Okay, is there anything I've forgotten? Are we all feeling fit and raring to go? Yes. Okay, right, okay. Well, very shortly, in the next 2 or 3 minutes, if you'd like to start filtering out, let's go and have a nice walk and have a lovely day. Thank you so much, everybody. Cheers.
I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. It's the start of a brand new day. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'll be walking down the freedom way, freedom way. Got my big black boots, got my brown overcoat, got my scarf and my hat. I got the letters that you wrote. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. It's the start of a brand new day. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'll be walking down the freedom way, freedom way. I got my seal of approval, got my doctor's note from my questionable friends, my expired insurance quote. I'm gonna go walking. We're gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. It's the start of a brand new day. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'll be walking down the freedom way, the freedom way. It's round about midnight. I'm watching the street light shine. Round about midnight. Maybe I was wrong this time. It's round about midnight. I'm missing your pretty blue eyes. I got my big black dog, got my monkey on my back, got some cash in my jeans. I'm sorry, but I can't keep track. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. It's the start of a brand new day. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking. I'll be walking down the freedom way, the freedom way. I'll be walking down the freedom way, the freedom way. I'll be walking down the freedom way, down the freedom way.
Hello, everybody. How are we all feeling? There's no hamstring injuries or Achilles tendons, I hope. Everybody got a plate full of grub or getting that way? There's plenty, please. I don't want to take any home because I'm on a diet. We've had a count up, everybody. You might be, well, not amazed because you can see how many people are here. There's been a count up. We have got 540 people here. There's going to be tears. There is going to be tears. We're going to do our thank yous to start off with. Whilst you're enjoying your tea, go and get some more tea, go and get some more food as we go. We're going to do our thank yous, and then we're going to introduce my dad, Stephen, who's going to say a few words. And then to finish things off, we're going to have a few songs from local band, the Broadside Boys. So thank yous. Kelly, would you like to say a few words first? Ladies and gentlemen, please, the brainchild behind this alongside me, please give a big round of applause to my girlfriend, Kelly.
Here we are again, and you're all in one piece, so that's fantastic. And you've all changed your shoes as well. That's great. There's not the smell of pongy feet.
Yeah, there is.
At least we haven't got mud on the carpets. Anyway, thank you again. I've just been over to the back table, and thank you to Chris over there, by the way, who's manning the table at the moment. The buckets are getting very heavy. Thank you so much. We have had a little tradition as we've been going around on these walks of signing a guest book. Obviously, you can imagine passing a little guest book around. 500 people would be here till next January. But there is a sort of a flip chart, one of those, whatever you call it, at the back. If you get the chance, if you think about it, just jot your name and a little message if you want to on the board. Right, so some thank yous.
So this all started back in January the 1st when we started our first walk. So I'm gonna thank. There's going to be some people that we've forgotten, but we quickly got a list together of some of the people that we would like to thank for their support during this month. Firstly, to all you lovely people for coming out today and getting on board with this wonderful event. So thank you very much. And right, first of all, we'd like to thank the people that have hosted some of the days that we've walked and for supplying teas and coffees. And they go like this. David and Louise at the... we give a little bit of a cheer after each one, I think. David and Louise at the Chillisford Froys. David Atmere. Milesford Farm Cafe. Peter Neal. Bev and Paddy. Mark and Maz. Rosie Anderson. And rest. Nigel and Judy. John Heald. Tim Scotchmer. Jill Healy. Hayley. Get it right. Colin and Muriel. Pete and Sue Thompson. David Booth. David and Yvonne. I'm starting to flounder just a little bit now. Can we get the enthusiasm up? Tom at the Riverside. Webby. Tag and all the crew at the RNLI station at Oldborough. Rachel Dodd. She's lovely, she is. Rachel Dodd. Yeah, I thought I'd get you in twice. She likes to have an audience. My dear friend, our dear friend, Nick Lingard. He's doing the curry tomorrow night, so we give him an extra cheer, get a bigger portion. And a good friend of ours, Julia Susan. And now for some of the walkers. Kelly, would you like to read out some of the walkers? Because they'll probably get bored of me now.
Right, yeah, so we started this off, we thought we'll just have a handful of walkers. Some days people might not turn up, that'll be fine. And we quickly learned from day one that we were going to have a group of hardened walkers that were going to do their very best to support us on nearly every single walk. So I'm going to start with, a lot of the camera work and a lot of the little videos that we've been sharing on Facebook over the last few weeks have been put together completely and utterly voluntarily by this lovely gentleman over here called David Farthing. Please give him a massive round of applause. We've still no idea where he came from, but he just turned up and started taking these videos and photographs, and his support has just been incredible. He's such a lovely, lovely guy. John Heald as well, who we mentioned, who was the South Wold Walk. There he is. He's sent in a picture to the East Anglian that got printed, and he's been taking sort of little GPS marks of where we've been, so we know exactly how far we've been, so we can't lie about it. We can't say, oh yeah, we did 10 miles today, because he knows exactly how far we've walked. Paul Leach, a good friend of Matt's, who's floating around here somewhere, who's taking some fantastic photographs as well. Thank you so much, Paul. Our other regular walkers, we've got a group of walkers that we call the Purple Ladies.
Yeah.
over here, Jan in particular, Jan's been manning the stall at the back with Chris as well today. These are our Zumba ladies. You might have seen them Zumba dancing on the video from Martlesham. They're absolutely fantastic support. We haven't been able to do this without them. Jan Pulsford, I don't think she's here today, but she made a very, very brave effort to come on as many walks as she could. Sheila as well, who's here, somewhere floating around. Thank you for all your support. And last but not least, we've got as prepared as we could today, and we have actually got a little something to give this person, but we haven't got it with us right now. But we'd like to give an extra special mention to a very special lady who's been on practically every single walk, I think more walks than I've actually been on. Denise, come up and show your face. Oh no, she's going to hide now.
Come on,
she's
Denise.
over there. All we can give you at the moment is a big hug and a swill of our tea. But we do have a little something for you later. We just want to say thank you for your huge...
Love you. Thank you so much, Darren. I've got a little something for you afterwards, alright? Okay.
It's a Broadside Boys CD, don't get too excited. Would you like to do the last bits?
I'd like to thank my ex-girlfriend. We thought about doing this, like I said, back in November. We both wanted to put something back, and we hatched this idea of something that was obtainable for everybody, something that young and old could embrace and get on board with. I'm no Eddie Izzard doing 26 marathons in 26 days, but I thought I could do something that I was able to do, which was to walk, and as some of you know, I can bloody talk. So two things that I brought together, or we brought together, and so we hatched this idea, and as a result, we've now probably, well, I should imagine we're probably over £12,000 now. And counting. I met this lovely lady beside me over a conversation at a party just over a year ago, and soon found out that we had a common story. Kelly lost a family member to a brain tumour in 2010, and our journey together has been a great one. She's been a great support to me, and I hope I've done the same for her. And as we then started these walks, we found that just a simple thing of just having a chat is such a great thing, and can heal many things. Loneliness, depression, the thought of cancer that affects all of us as families, and just the simple thing of going for a walk out in the open air and just talking to people, and can make people's whole state of mind change in an instant. So what we've started here is a franchise that we're giving to all of you to use under your own names or whatever. As I said earlier, community life seems to be something that's waning, and all the negativity that we hear on the news, it just seems to grow, and we think that we're in this rubbish world. Well, we're in Suffolk, and we can do one thing, and that's make our own lives better and be good people and share our experiences and our time with others. And from Kelly and I, we'd just like to say one more time to all of you lovely people, thank you very, very much for your support. We also have another very special lady here today. Her name is Felicity Hoare. I don't know if Felicity's here at the front. Is she here? She's here, I think. Felicity is from Aldeburgh, and she has a grandson that's dying from a very aggressive brain tumour. He's 9 years old, and his prognosis is not good. And they've got the resources of family to take that lad anywhere in the world to get whatever treatment there is available, and still there is nothing they can do for this boy. And it really does hit home how horrendous some of these illnesses are. And there's not enough support for brain tumour treatment and research, and what you've done here is, again, as I said earlier, just a very magical and wonderful thing, and we do thank you very much indeed. From Kelly and me, thank you so much. Okay, that's all the thank yous done, and if I've forgotten anybody, I am so sorry, but really, thank you so much. Okay, that's that part done. Grab yourselves tea and plenty more food, and I'm now going to introduce my father, Stephen, who grew up on this very estate, and he'd like to say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Bayfield.
Right, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Stephen Bayfield, Matt's dad, as he said, and a very proud dad, I have to say, today. But it's not just today. I've been very, very proud of him most of his life. There's been some dodgy old times, but you know what it's like in families. But particularly proud of him the way he's coped with this illness that was diagnosed 4 years ago. Devastating to us as a family at the time. The bottom fell out of our world, really, when we got that news that Matthew had a brain tumour that was inoperable. And we received that news from Addenbrooke's at Cambridge after he'd been scanned. And we just dropped everything and went straight across to meet him when he came back to his house. And we were so surprised because Matt laid on the settee and his first words were, "Mum, Dad, don't worry about a thing. I'm going to meet this thing head on. I'm going to fight it." He said, "I'm looking on it as a challenge." And a challenge it has been for him from that very day. And I'm so proud, and I know his mum is as well. I'm a little bit sad today because there's an old boy in the village, old Jimmy, who should have been with us today, and unfortunately he couldn't. He was devastated. He rang me from his hospital bed this morning and he said, "Sorry I can't be with you, boy." He said, "But I'm going down for a serious procedure." I said, "What's the trouble?" He said, "I can't tell you, that's a bit embarrassing." He said, "But I had an accident yesterday." He said, "And I'm ringing up really to warn you more than anything, and to pass on the warning to all the other men here in the audience tonight." I said, "What's the warning?" He said, "Well, I'll warn you this." He said, "That a Dyson ball cleaner isn't what you might think that is." But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to thank Mr. Phillip for allowing us these wonderful premises to have as a base today, and fantastic they are. But Glemham Hall has been a big part of my life. I moved here with my dad, Keeper Jack, who you've probably heard mentioned in Matt's songs, in 1955, and we walked past the very house where we came to, Tinkerbrook Cottage, the pink cottage, do you remember? On the first part of the walk, and we came there in 1955. We had no electricity, no running water. We used to hand pump the water up into the tank in the roof. And it was pretty dismal, but we didn't think anything of it. That's how it was in those days. Father only had a bicycle. He used to put a big sack of corn on his crossbar and go and feed his pheasants. And when he got back, it was time for us to go to school, and he used to put us, me and my sister, on the crossbar one at a time, take us halfway to school, me first, go back and get her, and eventually we got to school. That was 1955. And funnily enough today, I met a chap earlier on in the walk. He said, "Do you remember a chap called Jack Richards?" I said, "Yeah, I do. He was the farm manager. He used to drive a Willis Jeep." He said, "That's right." He said, "That's my old Uncle Jack." And I said, "Well, he used to come to our house at Tinkerbrook delivering milk and butter in the mornings." And I always remember Mother, because we never had a flush toilet, we had an outside toilet, but that was right near the back door. And Mother was in there one morning when he turned up. So he just left the stuff on the door. He couldn't get the answer. So he saw Father, Jack, later in the day. He said, "I left," he said, "your butter and your milk on the doorstep." He said, "Went the wife in?" He said, yes, she was in the lavatory, I think. He said, because all she said was, I'll be there in a minute. Poor old mother, she never was allowed to forget that. But anyway, after moving from there, we went to Park Cottage, where my father was suddenly head gamekeeper. He became head gamekeeper, and he was head gamekeeper on this estate for over 40 years. So as I said, that's been a big part of my life, and certainly a big part of Matt's life, because he spent a lot of time growing up with his granddad on this very estate. And in those early days, of course, Lady Blanche, Philip Hope Cobble's grandmother, lived in the hall. And the highlight for us kids, and there's some here today from the village, actually Peter Crawford there, was to come up from the school to the Christmas party. And she used to lay on once a year this wonderful Christmas party for all us kids from the school. And on the appointed day, we used to walk up all dressed up in our finery to have this wonderful Christmas party, and there was jellies and trifles and all the lovely things that go with the party. And at the end of the party, we were all entertained. It was a conjurer, magician, puppet show, or sometimes a film. And then we'd all troop off after having been given a present off the Christmas tree. And it was lovely. And I told that little story on Radio Suffolk one day. And the following Saturday, I went to the football ground, and Pat Godbold, who was the secretary for Bobby Robson, Alf Ramsey, all those, she approached me and said, I heard you yesterday, Stephen, on the radio talking about the Christmas parties. She said, well, Johnny Cobbold, when he went to Cable Hall, out near Felixstowe, he carried those parties on there. She said, and one day he rang up and said, would Bobby Robson like to bring his sons to our Christmas party? So Bobby said he would. So Pat said he went across there with his boys, and they all sat watching what was a conjurer, magician. And during the course of the evening, the conjurer said he'd like a child to get up and go and help him perform. Well, none of the children had to get up. So Johnny Cobble said to his gamekeeper, Bixby, for God's sake, get up there and help that conjurer. We'll be here all night. We're wasting valuable drinking time, you know. He said, I can't go up and say you want a child. No, he said, get up there now, go on. So he grudgingly went up to help the conjurer, and the conjurer done a few tricks with him. So he said to the old keeper, he said, no, he said, tell me you're a gamekeeper. He said, oh, yes, sir, he said, I'm a gamekeeper. I've been for several years now. He said, well, what would you say, he said, if I opened up your coat, he said, and pulled a rabbit out of the inside pocket? He said, I'd say it'd be a bloody miracle, he said, because that's where I keep my ferret. Absolute true story. But I don't want to go on too long. I just want to say that this estate means an awful lot to me. I used to work down here in my holidays in the gardens. We had an old garden there once, I remember, and he went in to see Lady Blanche Cobbold, and he said, sorry to trouble you, my lady, he said, but do you like baked apples? She said, I love them. Oh, he said, thank God for that. He said, I just set fire to your orchard. But there's lots of lovely stories I can tell, and I often go around doing talks, and I speak a lot about the estate, some of the characters, including my dear old dad, Jack. And so if you get the opportunity to come and listen to me, I'm sure you'll enjoy a laugh. But anyway, what I just want to say to you all is a very, very big thank you on behalf of Barbara and myself for supporting Matt and Kelly on this really momentous charitable walk. It's really caught the imagination of so many people, and it's just gathered momentum, and it just makes you wonder where it will all stop. It's been really tremendous to see it going on. We're particularly proud, obviously, of Matt and what he's doing. The way he's, he can't work, of course, but the way he's taken up music, he's become very popular now all over the country. A few weeks ago, we went up to the northeast. I done a little bit of comedy, and the boys done the singing. And they want us back, so that's a good sign, I think. So we're very pleased about that. So once more, thank you all of you. Matt, congratulations, Matt, Kelly, very, very well done. And I'm hoping that by the time the total is finished, it will be nearer 15,000, I hope so. But today should really have inflated their collection. So once again, thank you very much. And it now gives me very, very great pleasure, if they're ready. Are they ready? Are the boys ready? Yeah. If we can get Eric to put his plate of food down, we'll be okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I know you've heard them before, a lot of you, and I know you're quite happy to hear them again. So stay on and listen to the wonderful sounds, if you would please, of the fantastic Broadside Boys.
Hey!
Turn the volume up. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. Or turn your hearing aid up. One of the two. Okay, we are we're all keen and we're all keen country folk, aren't we? Yeah. Most of us. And from time to time we have to venture to the big cities of Ipswich. And but I'm very much a country lad at heart. I grew up on this very estate, and I'm very proud of where I'm from. And I don't like the smog and the congestion and the antisocial behaviour that follows being in the cities and the towns. So this is about that. I wrote this down at Shingle Street when I do quite a lot of my writing when I'm down there. And this is called Moving to the Country. And did those feet in ancient times walk upon England's mountains green? Going out
Well, it's Broadside Boys' greatest hits day, so if you've got a request, please, would you mind keeping them to yourselves? Shout them out and we'll maybe fit one in. Okay, this is a song about a guy that we used to go to school with back in the day. He was a small little fella until he was about 15. It's not one of the Saunders boys. It could well be about you though. Overnight he had this growth spurt, and by the time he was 16 he was over 6'4" in height. And with it he became a bit antisocial. He was the first one drunk at a party. He was the first one in our group to take drugs, and in his 20s he ended up in prison. And we still see this guy wandering around the streets of Woodbridge and Framlingham with his little terrier dog, a complete alcoholic. And he's a lovely chap. Underneath it all, he's a really lovely guy. He's just one of those guys that's just taken the wrong path. Many of us here can understand that story, can't we? Oh yeah, look around, I think you're right. So here's a song about that guy who's now been clean, by the way. He's now been drink-free and drug-free for a year, and I'm very proud of him. But this is a story about a man of good intentions. He's a liar, he's a cheat, he's a villain, he's a thief, a scoundrel and a rascal and a sneak. He'll admit he's lost his way, but in his defense he'll say, I'm a man of good intentions, I'm just easily led astray. I'm a man of good intentions, I'm just easily led astray. Across the road as he stumbles up the street, up on Market Hill where the local gentry meet, sleeping in the graveyard of St. Michael's Church, living in the gutter, lying in the dirt. He's a liar, he's a cheat, he's a villain, he's a thief, a scoundrel and a rascal and a sneak. He'll admit he's lost his way, but in his defense he'll say, I'm a man of good intentions, I'm just easily led astray. I'm a man of good intentions, I'm just easily led astray. There's some local characters from around our part of the world you might recognise. All the Morphys and the Feltons, the Wilsons and the Picketts, the Hostlers, the Bloomfields and the Phillips, Nugget Pierce and Carol Page, and all you waifs and strays, 540 of you, hello. You're all men of good intentions, you're just easily led astray. You're all men of good intentions, you're just easily led astray. He's a liar, he's a cheat, he's a villain, he's a thief, a scoundrel and a rascal and a sneak. He'll admit he's lost his way, but in his defense he'll say, I'm a man of good intentions, I'm just easily led astray. I'm a man of good intentions, I'm just easily led astray. Oh, that one, yeah. We might do that one, yeah. 1953 it's called. It's got a name. 53. Okay, everybody. This next song is a little bit poignant for me. I wrote this song whilst receiving treatment at Addenbrooke's. At my darkest times, 4 years ago, I was undergoing intensive radiotherapy, and I came up with this idea of a song whilst plugged into one of the machines up there at Addenbrooke's, and saw my life running parallel with that of a fisherman cast adrift on the harsh North Sea, and trying to get home to his family. So here it is for you. This is called Hold On Tight. Is it midweek or the Sabbath? Is it morning or afternoon? Is the tide on the rise? Will we see England soon? Months have flown in this sun so cold, with rats for company. The greys and browns provoke me in the harshest lonely sea. Carries voices, ringing amplifies the chat. A high-pitched whine of dead men brought up from the black. I cup my hand across my ear like a shell it brings the sea. No escape from this torment, my loved ones will I see. Hold on tight. Sun won't shine so bright. We're coming home tonight. Hold on tight. My mind clears with the weather, relief from dead man's woe. I stare holes in the decking as I dream of all I know. My children, wife and mother all standing at the door. My nightmare cease with my feet upon the shingle-covered shore. Hold on tight, the waves are getting high. Tight. There's danger in the sky. Can you see the harbor lights? South won't shine so bright. We're coming home tonight. Hold on tight. We're going to do just 2 more songs, everybody, because I'm getting hungry. Thank you again. I'll do me thank yous again in a minute. Okay, we're going to do 2 more songs. We're going to do a song now about looking at you motley crew. It's a song that's pretty appropriate, I think. It's a song about drinking. Drinking in pubs. Me and Eric have been friends since we were about 13 years old, and we played football together. We've done our music together over the last 6 or 7 years, and most importantly, we've drunk a lot of beer together. So we write a song about exactly that. We drank a drinking song about some of the pubs that we've drunk in over the years, and some of the pubs that you guys have drunk in. So all I'm asking for is during this song, if we mention a pub that you've drunk in or got drunk in, please, I want to hear a big cheer and a big wave. Should we practice that? Whoa, don't peak too early. Don't peak too early. So if I was to say somewhere like, I don't know, Framlingham Castle. Yeah, that's the plan, really. Okay, so here it is for you. It's got a singing part in the middle. I really want you to sing. It's very simple. It's normally Saturday, but today, because it's Sunday and some of you get confused, it's singing Sunday, 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 Sunday. You got it.
Cherry tree or at the Resident Brown. It's 8 o'clock in the Rams or Arms or at the Blacks or Ship, at Sax London Bell Hotel or at the Cooper's Tip. Saturday nights are laughing, Saturday nights are joy, Saturday nights are going out with the Broadside Boys, Saturday nights are dancing with all you pretty girls. Forget about tomorrow, Monday morning, go to hell. We'll congregate at the Bellow Club or at the Wizard Plough, down the East Bridge Eels Floor at the Boston House, the Turk's Head in Haskell, the Beggars, Bears and Bell, Cromford Cock, Shepherd and Dog, over Broody and Nell. Saturday nights are laughing, Saturday nights are joy, Saturday nights are going out with the Broadside Boys, Saturday nights are dancing with all you pretty girls. Forget about tomorrow, Monday morning, go to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for my partner in crime. I love him, Mr. Eric Sedge. Thank you so much. Now these vocals. I think you know him, Mr. Mat Bayfield. Okay, everybody, very simple. Are you ready for a sing-along? Sunday, 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 Sunday. Here we go. Sunday, Sunday, I love my Sunday, Sunday. We're walking on Sunday, Sunday. Everybody, it's Sunday, Sunday. Let's chuck some harmonies in. Sunday, Sunday, I love my Sunday, Sunday. Walk and talk on Sunday, Sunday. Top your voices. Sunday, Sunday. Saturday night on the Guineas or the Winnish and Barley Mow, the Ivy House of Blue Fuchsia up on Fossil Road, the Bird in Hand, the Doberman, the Duck, the Grinning Rat, Moonbog, Commodore, Snubbury Brewery Tap. Cause Saturday nights are laughing, Saturday nights are joy, Saturday nights are going out with the Broadside Boys, Saturday nights are dancing with all you pretty girls.
front of the television at 6:20 tonight? We've just found out that we are actually going to be... Oh, you're going to see all your pretty faces today. Yeah. Now, I bet some of you wish you'd combed your hair before you come out now. 6:20 tonight, we're on Look East. And it's your job as the first of the patrons of the Walk and Talk Challenge. If you've got a phone and you've taken photographs today, I want you to send them out to everywhere you possibly can. Every last little bit of help you can give this cause will be much appreciated, and we'll be posting up over the next day or so once we've counted up this huge amount we've made today, and we'll be announcing how much we've made, not just today, but by the end of the month, hopefully. Hey, I mean, it's going to be heading towards 15 grand, isn't it? Okay, we're going to do you one more song. There's so many people I've still not thanked, but I had forgotten one particular group of people. Mark Howard and all his family and group who have helped with the teas and coffees today. The marshalling. To Mark, thank you so much from the gang over there. A big, big thank you. Okay, emotional time now, because this last song that we're going to play is about my granddad, who was the gamekeeper here on the estate. I grew up on this very estate, as my dad had been saying, and had many, many wonderful years here, growing up on the Glemham Hall estate with my granddad. Yeah. Keep it, Jack. Some pheasants, come on! Driving up to Tinkerbrook in a beat-up escort van, through the rough of Roundwood with a 410 in my hand, open green of Parkland through a rusty 5-bar gate. Shot the rabbit's dead. It's unforgettable fate on the Glemham Hall estate. Jackie was a keeper. He woke me up at 5. Walked the path through the field of grass with my granddad by my side. For 40 years he toiled. Grace Grandad, come on Matthew, it's time to get up. I'll be dressed, I'll be down the stairs in the shop, and there to greet me in the kitchen, the warm kitchen with me banana, making a breakfast on the old Rayburn. We'll be out into the cold frosty morn and fill his old smelly van up with corn, and we'd venture around this lovely estate. Hitchin Garden, Roundwood, Tinkerbrook, Furbit, Stratford Planton, down the drive, down the avenue to the bomb drop on the old Paramairdrome, before venturing back for another cup of tea at Park Cottage. Magical days with my granddad. Keep it, Jack. Jackie was a keeper. He woke me up at 5. Walked the path through the fields of grass with my granddad by my side. For 40 years he taught with honesty and grace. A common man who worked the moon on the Glemham Hall estate. The Glemham Hall estate. John Harding Bayfield. He went on his last drive at Christmas a year ago. He never had any enemies. He had no regrets. He'd done everything he wanted in life. At 97 years old, he left this planet, and I miss him every day. To my granddad, keep it, Jack.
Well, this has been an absolutely amazing January. We've not seen one like it before. We've been walking with Matt for about 3/4 of his walks, and it's been incredible. Starting off with just a few people and then gradually building up to this 500 plus today. That's just amazing. So for us, we've got fit, we've made friends, we've chatted, we've had a wonderful time. So thanks a lot, Matt. Kelly.
Hello, my name is Denise. I've been on nearly all of the walks for Matt, bar 2. And it's been thoroughly enjoyable, met lots of new friends, and it's a good cause. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Matt asked me to join him on these walks back in December, and at the time I was thinking, yeah, that would be great. I've been going through breast cancer treatment during the last year, and I've been looking for ways to go out and to exercise some more. So when Matt started the walks in January, I was really pleased that they were successful, and for me personally, it's just been great to get to know everyone. Everyone's been so caring and kind and warm-hearted, and so it's great that we've raised so much money for the Brain Tumour Trust, but it's also great that we've also come together as people. Everyone's really got along well, and we're all looking forward to keeping in touch in the future and supporting Matt and Kelly as well. Thanks, guys.
Well, I met Matt about 18 months ago through his music and everything like that. That's how I got to know him. And obviously, early on, he told me about his brain tumour, things like that. And we've just become very, very good friends. I think the walking thing he's doing, it's just such a simple concept. And it's just amazing from what started as a tiny acorn has turned into this huge, mighty oak tree. And it's just it's a very simple concept that's captured people's imagination. And well, they've raised over £11,000 now, you know. So it's amazing, you know, and it just teaches us all. It's a very valuable lesson to us all that there's more important things in life than money and belongings and things like that. And it's the simple things that count, you know. Just walking, talking, making friends, and discussing personal stories, meeting people from different backgrounds, that whole thing, and it's just amazing. And I'm so proud of them, and I think everybody's really proud of them, and they should be proud of themselves as well for what they've done.
Okay, hello. My name is Stephen Bayfield, and I'm Matt's dad, and I have been for the last 45 years. I have to say how proud we are of Matt and what he's achieved, not only in his lifetime, but certainly since he's had this illness. It was a bit of a body blow for us as a family, but Matt has met it head on and confronted the illness and decided that he was going to make something positive out of it. And there's no better way to do it than this wonderful walk and talk that he's done for us. He's made so much money, it's been absolutely unbelievable, and I can't tell you how proud his mother and I are of him. He's fantastic.
Hello, my name's Neil. Everyone calls me Bowlsy. So proud to be here today. I'm so proud of my mate Matt and Kelly, Matt's mother and father, Stephen and Barbara, who are dear friends of mine, and Linda's, who's with me. Just had a fantastic day today. I wanted to be here to support the charity, the Brain Tumour charity, but also to support my friends in something very, very special that they've done. Really, really proud, and to have 540 people here today, it's just beyond the dreams. Thank you.
So I'm Eric, and I'm one half of the Broadside Boys, the band in which Matt plays, and I've known Matt since I was about 13. We went to school together, we played football together, and now we're playing music together. And we were in the band when Matt found out he had this condition, and I've kind of been there throughout really, and seen the various steps he's gone through. And I'm just amazed by his positivity and the wonderful things he's been doing to challenge and to support other people who are in a similar situation. So it's been brilliant today, going on this walk and seeing so many other people supporting him. And it's testament to his character and the kind of person that he is, that so many people turned out to support him. So it's been a wonderful, brilliant day. I've got a cup of tea, had a bit of Christmas cake, played some music, and it's wonderful.
Hello, David here. I came along to the first walk at Framlingham, like I often do, bringing my camera, took a few photos and a few videos, and when I got home I just thought, well, why not try and string a few of these together and maybe put a bit of music to it as well. So I did that, and that was quite well received. So from then on I sort of deliberately set out to take a few videos. It was good to meet all the people, as the hardcore walkers, and particularly obviously Matt and Kelly. Matt's so inspirational, and absolutely fantastic cause that he's trying to raise money for, and really enjoyed it so far. 2 more to go after today. This is at Glemham Hall that we're recording this. I'm really looking forward to the next year where we'll get out and about together again and have some more fun. All the best to all the other walkers. Cheers.
Well, what a wonderful day it's been. It's been an absolutely emotional, amazing, energy-zapping day.
And you've still got a gig to do tonight.
We've still got another gig to do tonight, yeah, but let's not talk about that. Let's just for a second, just sit back and, we're not sitting down. Think about how it's all gone. 540 people turned up here today in this lovely function market at Glemham Hall. Overwhelmed by the response. Everybody's been so lovely. Never hugged and kissed so many men in my life. No, so many people in my life. It's been incredible. So a 3-mile walk.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it at all. It went by really, really quickly. Just streams of people just behind us. It was just absolutely incredible. But more importantly, these.
We have made an absolute fortune. These are full of notes and cash. We haven't had a count up yet. There'll be another a day before we get the final figure out, I guess. But for the Brain Tumour charity, the biggest cancer killer of those people under 40 years old, and they get very little funding. And we've both got our own brain tumour stories. I've got my own issues. It's not going away. I've got something that's not curable. Kelly lost a close family member in 2010 to a tumour, and hopefully by raising the amount of money that we've got, presently about £11,000, and it's going up all the time, we can help fund some great research.
Absolutely, yep. So 2 more walks left. I think we've found the energy for the last 2 walks.
Yeah, we got one in Eichen, an evening walk, and the final day, wear your funny hat, wear a hat for the final day, back in Woodbridge, meeting at the Riverside, theatre on Tuesday for the very last of the walks. But we're not going away. We're going to keep ploughing on, and keep raising money for an amazing cause. As you can tell, I'm a little bit emotional, but we've had a great day, and the support of this girl has been incredible. And from here at Glemham, and for the walk and talk so far on day 29, we're saying goodbye to you.
Bye.